clear? No? Anyone? Come on, anyone. I want to show you a little bit abstract, but it starts to define what CSDN, simpler, and is, and what we're doing, where we're going, and why we exist. I'm Ryan, by the way, thank you, Julie. Ryan, I'm VP here at CSD Neighborhood. So what defines a neighborhood? What defines a community? You know, what is it? Partnerships? Right. Well, what is a community? Kind of who wants to come up with a definition? People who share values, who share physical location, people have commonality, right? And we as a community, Chris talked about the deaf community with that asterisk. We're diverse and different, right? But one commonality makes us a community together. What are the challenges that that community has and is faced by, and how can we work together to overcome them? CSD has 40 years plus. We started what? As a nonprofit, community-based organizations working together to solve problems. That exists today, but on a different scale. 40 years ago, community-based programs, that's specific, direct connect, deaf to deaf, was not heard of, right? That didn't exist. CSD started working together, creating solutions for ourselves as a community in South Dakota. And I'm really excited. Everyone should go see Mark's presentation on our history. But 40 years, community-based programs and opportunity would pop up, say they needed support for mentoring in a state. We would go and see the opportunity and we would fill the opportunity. We were driven by the opportunity, physical locations. But like Chris said, the world's changing. Platforms is where we can reach people. It doesn't matter where they live. It doesn't matter if they have services in their state, in their community, because that's diverse too. You look at California versus Texas, wow, services available are different. But imagine a world or our nation where together we can have those services anytime. It's there. We can provide solutions that are scalable, that can reach people. So that shift, CSD Neighborhood, that's what we've sparked in the past few years to overlap with CSD's kind of big picture shift. So our human services is evolving. From one-on-one support, scalable solutions. If I teach one person skills for an interview, or if I build a CSD Learns presentation, deep dive on that, where 1,000 people can take that course, can get that support, that's scalable. That helps support more people getting help. And also, we can create better solutions. Instead, too, we've been looking, say, at funding, funding pops up for programs and solutions. We were driven by those resource development opportunities. So program is needed, okay, we'll fill that. No, not the government, needs to define what's important for us. We understand the challenges our community faces. So we're going to be needs-based development. That's where we're starting. Not starting where the government thinks, oh, this makes sense, we need to start a program. No. We need jobs. We need education. We need domestic violence support, 24/7, equal access. Those are the things we're driving. We're not waiting for change to happen. So again, the traditional funding model of a program that has a set expectation, set budget, to social enterprise innovation and developing new schemes to fund things, to really create the opportunities that we want, and then the funding to follow it. And it's been a challenge. And so that's why the employee giving campaign is important for us. It gives us seed money to prove concepts. CSD's funding gives us seed money to prove the concepts. We're driving the innovation. We're not waiting on government to change. And really, values-based decision making. We can't do it alone. The things we build, we need to spread them out further. So partnering with community-based providers. We have resources here and they're free. Take advantage of them. Improve what you can do for your community. And partnerships, community focus. That's the shift. We had a history, North Central US, we had many programs, great programs, many still exist. But partnering on a national scale and an international scale can really scale what we're doing and how we're providing services. And it aligns with CSD's overall vision for the future. I'm really proud of the progress we've made, but obviously we need to do a better job defining exactly what is it, what drives change, what drives the new programs we're building, how can you support, how can we do it together. So I want to talk a little bit about the successes. CSD Neighborhood really developed last year, the concept. We changed a few times. We had several different iterations of our human services and how we're going to evolve them. This last year was a great year for us to start getting the momentum, but 2017 is where we're really going to shine. So I'm thrilled to have Nikki, who manages our operations for the programs like Works and Learns and the state programs, things that we have today. She's operating to share a little bit about our successes this year. Thank you.
All right.
Hello. Hi, I'm Nikki, and I'm the program director. As Ryan has mentioned, since the presentation we had last June, we've already seen lots of evolution in the program. With the community-based model, there are 3 state community-based providers for support services, and we are working in collaboration with them to create a standalone, well, South Dakota still, but last year, Iowa, we served the entire state of Iowa, and we have successfully transitioned for them to base their own 501c3 and move forward from there. Minnesota, we'll share a little bit more on that. This year in July, Minnesota will transition to a standalone as well. The new organization is that signing, and it is Think Self. We want everybody to be able to advocate for their own decisions. We have successfully received or achieved an employment network through Social Security Administration. And with that, we're able to provide direct support services for individuals who want to transfer off of Social Security and go into the workforce. And we did receive that. We went through the application process, which was quite tedious, but we got through it. RAP for Seattle. Maybe perhaps you would be better to share a little bit on this, but it is an app that we were able to launch, and I just learned, and we'll make that, it digress a little bit. So CSD has an app called Vinya, and we have 3 components within that one app. Vinya, the Russian storybook, and also ASL storybook. And I didn't actually realize, it's awesome, that we have more apps in our repertoire, that we have created. We have achieved our Who Will Answer campaign. It was a 2-year effort. It didn't happen overnight. It wasn't an immediate success, but we finally got the awareness, the raising of the funds from crowdsources, and providing that 24/7 access. It wasn't possible until just recently the National Deaf Violence Hotline also invested some money into it and it launched this spring. Currently, they are hiring. We need advocates who are willing to work overnight and so forth, and we really look forward to promoting their success that also came from our working together. And so that will take place on February 16th.
So again, Who Will Answer, guys, this is huge, okay? We talk about what are the issues facing our community. Violence and domestic violence in our community, huge, high rates over hearing people. But the services that exist to provide support, South Dakota, right? Is there a deaf-specific group? No, there's only 15 states that have deaf-specific domestic violence, sexual assault abuse. So what happens to a survivor who's in a state without services? Where do they get? Do they call the National Hearing Hotline and use an interpreter, VRS? Does that make sense? Do you want to get support in that way? No. We led this change. We pulled together partners and we worked together, and we thought we'd accomplish it soon, thought it would happen, but no, it takes work. It takes partnerships, and we persisted, and with David's support in DC, we finally got there. This is huge. 24/7, no matter where, no matter when, a deaf survivor wants help, finds safety, that resource is going to exist. Because of us, because of CSD. That's huge. That's the start. So this is the start of our vision for Unites that we're excited to launch too, like Chris said. We're going to be launching soon. So, and again, Nikki, thank you for your leadership, and the Unites campaign is all about partnerships. We knew we couldn't do it alone. We knew it would take the sister agencies coming together. We knew the solution. So how do we do it together? And we achieved it. So I'm really proud of what we did, and I wanted to emphasize that.
Truly, I would like to, CSD is really emphasizing the direct interaction and communication and not having that third-party involvement. And you will see that we will actually continue working towards that in many different areas. Sign vote, just recently, that was more of awareness and trying to get the motivation for everybody to go out and vote. And I think one of the cool things that we did was have the sign debate. We had 3 individuals, three leaders in our community, act as Trump, Hillary Clinton, and then there was a moderator, and the moderator was Alvin, but who was he portraying? No. Okay, there was one, anyway, I can't remember who he was portraying. It's actually not very important. But anyway, to display the issues and really talk about the issues to our community, and I thought it was a fabulous idea. At the next summit, we're going to have more in-depth information regarding CSD Works and CSD Learn. Right now, we're just kind of touching on it. We have already started to develop our curriculum. There are 4 courses and 2 are in production. And that will continue to progress on. And this is kind of just a basic overview, job-related information. And we're hoping to really elaborate a lot more and get other courses going. As an example, David is working on Robert's Rules of Order, a course on that. And so another organization had reached out to us, and they were talking about like a CDI curriculum. So there might be some other business opportunities within there. So there's a lot of ways that we can match the needs. But this currently is looking at employment issues, so it's more work-centered. CSD Works will have their website ready to launch on February 1st. There will be a job board, and I'm grateful to CogWorks for helping us work out the transition. This particular board will have job postings. Job seekers can look through and find jobs that might match their skill set. They perhaps can leave a resume and whatnot, so we're really excited to have that encompassed in one place where individuals can go and really find support to find employment, and look for more to come on that.
So again, CSD Learns is what? It's providing education in ASL. There's many studies that say that passive learning, that hearing people are able to acquire skills like job interview skills. There's no real class out there that has that. But many deaf people kind of have never had those skills. How do I interview well? What's that like? They have courses, yeah. Online, sure. But caption, I kind of will miss the point. Deaf people are visual learners. So we're providing courses for free to help people either improve how, their interview skills, resume writing, so they can get a job, or rules of order. Say you have a nonprofit that's deaf focused and you want to make sure you're following the rules, things are clear, but the rules of order are complicated for anyone to understand. So the challenge for us is, how do we break down that information? How do we provide it in ASL? How do we test in ASL? And how do we provide it for free, right? Because we want people to take advantage of these opportunities. So that's Learns, and we're making progress. It works. It's about employment, a huge challenge for our community. How can we work together, partner with employers to say, I'm volunteering. I want to hire deaf. So we need to make it simple. So we're building workplace solutions to make it easy for an employer to hire, and we're connecting our community to those job providers who are saying, I'll take the chance, I'll take the opportunity to hire deaf, and I'm willing to support and accommodate their needs. And then again, Unites, it's about working together with the community, pulling them together to overcome that immediate goal. Might not be immediate, but we're going to work until we solve the challenge. So what's on the horizon? What's the next campaign? What's the big issue in the community that we can work together to solve? What community organizations want to get involved? So that's going to be launched here February 16th. I'm excited by the end of the fiscal year, we'll have our 3rd. Who will answer, sign, vote? What's next? We don't know. We want to collect information. We want your input. So the app, the Russian grant, what's the purpose for that? Bilingual education is a challenge. And we know visual learners, and through our partnership with BL2 at Gallaudet, we're building apps that provide bilingual education. So the words relate to the sign. So we can say, oral only? No, bilingual, fine. You want oral, that's great. But also think about sign to connect learners. And so that's a challenge for us. We're really excited about the opportunity in Russia to start to change how they're approaching education. Deaf health, something on the horizon, and we'll share more as it comes. But for people who have ongoing care needs, going to a doctor every week, getting an interpreter to come, and they're only drawing blood and checking in and seeing your stats, doesn't make a lot of sense. What if we had a deaf nurse who could monitor your ongoing care needs and provide you counseling and support virtually? That's the dream that we're working towards. And then we're going to just continue growing Works and Learns. So that's on the horizon for CSD Neighborhood.
Also with PEPNet at the University of Texas, there is a 5-year collaboration partnership that we have with UT. They won the grant, educational, it's regarding special education specifically, and it will encourage more students to actually go into post-secondary education and have success. So going in, looking at best practices and establishing best practices, and we will have the data to support it. From my works and my Learn, we will be able to gather this information and be a model program, because again, through video phones and teaching individuals with their language and getting that match in the diversity of our community, we have such a variety of learning styles. So it's playing with the different types of programs and educational curriculum and really matching what would be the best fit. And that's happening through this. We will have research-based statistics. We will have the information that we need backed by the university. So we're really excited for that collaborative relationship.
What we're doing today is going to impact the future of deaf education tomorrow. So again, we're one of 5 model partners for this UT study and research on how to provide education, on how to best innovate in the educational space. They're looking at us. So, I mean, it's huge. And again, we're building. So we're building quickly. 2017, you're going to see huge. And really, the next time we have this group meeting, I want you all to be able to answer what is CSD Neighborhood. And I want your help too. How do we define it? If you have questions, I still don't understand, I recommend you say this. Does that make sense? We need your support. We want you to get involved. What's the next campaign that we do? Come on, work with us, you know? Make this your 5% project of your work. You're supporting our next campaign, you know? Get involved. And Brian, we're gonna turn to him, our Director of Development. What can you do to help what we're doing in the community?
Thanks. Good afternoon.